Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. David Benavidez stops Anthony Yarde in 7 rounds, knocked him down in the 7th, a sort of barrage of punches. Had a point taken off because he hit him when he was on the floor. Didn't make any difference. Yarde got up, but Benavidez went after him. Too much of everything. Got Yarde on the ropes again. Yarde spent a lot of this fight on the ropes. I don't know why, but he did. Maybe he had no say in the matter. And Benavidez just picked his punches against a static Yarde, and there was a big left hook that made Yarde shudder, and the referee stepped in, stopped the fight. And it was one-way traffic from the start. Now, Yarde, I can't think of a more exasperating fighter because his entire career has been an enigma. He has had 3 world title fights and has not earned a single one of them. And he's been stopped 3 times. Kovalev, Beterbiev, and now David Benavidez. It's not just that, though. It's not just the fact that he's never proved himself as world-class, that he's never beaten a world-class fighter. It's that whenever I see him fight, he looks like he's got no discernible tactics or discernible game plan. It looks as if he's just in the ring trying to sort of work it out as he goes along, wing it, riff it. You can't do that against David Benavidez. And if you want to be a sort of game guy who, hangs tough, puts up a good performance, but ultimately gets knocked out, well, mission accomplished 3 times. But if you want to win that belt, become a world champ, keep it and defend it, and make a lot of money, well, then his entire career, he's 34 now, this is surely his last chance at a world title. You've got to have some sort of rhyme or reason, some sort of game plan, some sort of structure. And he comes in there looking, very broad-backed and muscular, and he's got a reputation as a hard hitter and so on. He was completely outclassed by David Benavidez. Why? Because Benavidez has skills. He's got tactics. He's got, every single conceivable punch. And because of his experience in the ring and all the stuff he's done in the gym, and he knows when to use what punches. He jabs very, very well, extremely well. He doesn't rely on one punch power. He fires hurtful combinations. There were lots of salvos going on. Yarde did try and fire back, he was firing back sort of intermittently, but not really achieving anything. And you had a situation where one guy was just looked, like I say, well-schooled, properly educated in the fistic techniques. And on the other hand, you've got a guy big, tough, strong guy who had some ability, has some natural athleticism, but didn't seem to really know what he wanted to do. And for me, that was a giveaway. I mean, I didn't give Yarde a round. There was one, I think it was the end of the 4th round, where Yarde was on the ropes. Like I say, he spent a lot of time on the ropes. And Benavidez, I think he had his right hand holding on to the Yarde, and he was clocking him with the left again and again and again. I mean, holding and hitting is a basic foul in boxing. The referee just let it slide, and Yarde wasn't doing anything. He wasn't doing anything, but he's just sort of, he's hitting me, and I'm on the ropes, and then on other occasions, Yarde would hang back on the ropes, and Benavidez would come forward, and Yarde would try to counter punch, and he was having moderate success in patches, little cameos. But for the most part, it was Benavidez all the way. He was firing, he was looking for openings, looking for spots, firing combinations, never the single punch. Yarde rolling and rocking and high guard, and then he'd come back, would try and do his own 1-2, and more often than not, it wasn't landing. It was very much, as I say, one-way traffic. I was not impressed with Yarde. I didn't expect to be impressed with Yarde. Benavidez did what he had to do because Benavidez is a good fighter, knows what he's doing in the ring, and just looks like he just looked like a world champion. I mean, Yarde at no point in his career for me has ever looked like he's world class. By the end of the fight, Yarde had, I think, he had bloody nose, blood coming out of his mouth. I think his right eye was badly swollen. I think Benavidez had a very slight nick, very, very irrelevant, slight nick. He did his post-fight interview with a bit of blood, I think, on his nose. I don't know, must have come from the eye. But Yarde looked busted up and smashed up. And, yeah, I mean, it was chalk and cheese, it really was. So, yeah, I mean, Bivol or Beterbiev versus David Benavidez, I'd watch it. And I give Benavidez a chance against Beterbiev. Maybe that'd be an absolute war. If Beterbiev's got anything left at the age he is, what is he now, 41, 42? Still at 175. Something's got to give. Maybe Benavidez could catch him at the right time. Bivol against Benavidez. Tight fight, very technical. Yeah, I wouldn't rule out. I think that's probably a 60-40, maybe a 55-45 fight in favour of Bivol, but you never know. Benavidez is good. Benavidez is a very, very good fighter indeed. And yeah, we'll see. But anyway, if you've got any comments or what's your opinion on the fight, leave your comments below, of course. Thanks for watching the video. Hit the like button. And also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Why not? Takes a second, costs you nothing. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad night's boxing. I should point out, by the way, before I go off, that yeah, nah, nothing. Forget it. I was going to say something, but I've decided against it. I'm just going to keep you hanging. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.